Welcome to the Oddity Shop, where the bizarre is always on sale.
Hey, oddballs, welcome back to the Oddity Shop. This is the podcast where we tell you creepy, odd, weird, strange, paranormal, bizarre, deathly stories from around the globe. I am one of the two curators here. Zach, sitting here with the other lovely curator, Kara.
We have an and.
We might have a patron in the shop today. Ooh, it's getting to be a long intro here. So we got something a little special for everyone today. We're doing a guest spot here with Jensen from It's an Odd World After All podcast. And Jensen, we'll throw it over to you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your show and how you ended up here?
So actually, I call my listeners oddballs too. So hello, oddballs. And I read everyday paranormal stories. And yeah, that's kind of it. I go and I narrate the spookiest paranormal stories that I can find. And they're pretty short, sweet, simple, to the point. I kind of give my little 2 cents about each story, and then there's a little intro that I give you a little something extra in the beginning before I read the stories, and then that's it. So I mean, it's a really short episode, easy listen, and if you like spooky stories, which I'm sure you do because you're listening to the Oddity Shop, then you'll probably enjoy mine as well. So yeah, and you can find me. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna say you can find me at itsanoddworldafterall.com. Or typically I'm on Instagram, so it's an Oddworld After All podcast.
Awesome. I was going to say, I don't know how you do it, because I know you do have shorter episodes, but I don't understand how you can talk only yourself. I could never do that. It's impressive.
Well, thank you. So I actually, honestly, in the beginning, I did have a co-host.
Oh, okay.
Set up completely differently, a whole different podcast before, still the same name. Her life got busy. She had to drop out. My life it's busy, but I got bored. So I wanted to start a podcast back up because I really do enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I really had to think about something that I could do by myself because I'm like, well, this is going to be kind of weird just sitting here talking to myself. But I got kind of used to talking to myself. So
you do a really great job.
Thank you.
It was either a story like that, or you've also been a dental hygienist or something at one point in your life, because you got that one-sided conversation skill just so down.
That's so funny.
Thank you. Thanks.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, oddballs, we just said we're kind of doing something different. So we have Jensen with us, and we thought it would be fun to do a new segment for you guys. And we're going to call it Oddball Overview. And we're each going to kind of share an odd little article that we found, and we'll kind of go from there.
Are we picking straws? Who wants to go first?
Oh, yeah, we didn't decide who wants to go first. I can go first. I don't care.
Perfect. Rip that Band-Aid off.
Okay. Are we ready?
I am ready.
All right.
So Jensen, since you might not know this, Kara will only ask if we're ready about usually 15 times an episode. So get prepared to answer that one a lot.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So in 2002, a human jawbone containing several teeth was found in a child's rock collection. And Jensen, we don't have kids over here, but you do. So does your child have a rock collection?
He does, actually. He does enjoy rocks.
Okay, so what would you do if you found a bone and teeth in his rock collection? I would die.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. I don't know if I would freak out or just discard the bone. I never saw it. You know what I mean? That's probably what I would do because
honestly, same.
Depending on the age, he'll forget about it in 3 or 4 hours anyway.
Well, right. He probably wouldn't even know the difference.
Right. For sure.
So the bone was surrendered to local law enforcement in northern Arizona. So the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office conducted basic DNA testing but the testing didn't bring up anything that could link the bones to any humans that it belonged to. So this is kind of sad, but it's funny. So rock collection John Doe is what the remains were tagged as.
Oh.
That's so uncreative.
I know. So for the next 20 years, the remains sat unaccounted for. So we cut to 2023, and the county medical examiner referred the unsolved case to the Genetic Genealogy Center in Ramapo College. And then with some help from the laboratory specializing in missing and unidentified people located in Texas, and then forensics lab located in Utah, the jawbone was given a genetic profile.
Oh, wow.
Crazy that we went from 2002 and then 2023 for us to even get a profile. And then because we were able to get that profile, it meant that it could be added to the genealogy. I can't say it, Zach, say it.
Genealogical.
Thank you. Database online. So that same year, students working in a camp that was like kind of focused on investigating genetic genealogy, where they offered to work on unsolved cases. And these people ranged like, it was kind of just like a, I think it was considered a college course, but it ranged in age of people that worked there. So the students actually developed a lead and sent their findings back to the sheriff's office in Arizona. And then in March of that same year, DNA testing confirmed a former Marine's identity. So U.S. Marine Corps Captain Everett Leland Yeager was killed in a military training exercise in July of 1951.
What?
Isn't that wild? So I don't know how we found his bones in 2002, but we did. So the accident involved an airplane. And so Yeager's remains were collected from the accident site and turned over to his family at the time of the incident. And then his remains were actually laid to rest in his hometown in Mississippi. Nope, Missouri. My bad.
Hey.
So a quote from the Ramapo College officials said, "No one is quite sure how the jawbone ended up in Arizona since the accident took place in air over California." So one theory is that a scavenger such as a bird picked it up and eventually deposited it during its travels over Arizona. So I don't know. I just thought this was so crazy. This poor little kid just has a rock collection, and supposedly his grandpa had actually had the collection and passed it down. So I don't know how Gramps didn't realize the jawbone in there. But then we cut to like finding a Marine Corps from 1951. Like, that's so wild to me. And it said that one of the students at the college was actually only 15 years old. So he's considered like the youngest person right now to have like solved a mystery unsolved case, which I thought was pretty cool.
Okay, that's kind of a badass title for a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, you're on this team that you're just like, okay, like, sure, I'll participate. And then you end up like
solving the case.
Yeah, I thought that was really wild. I still think it's so strange that we got the jawbone in Arizona, but the plane crash was over California.
Yeah. I mean, that's some distance.
So I don't know.
That's if we're trusting the story that we got about.
True.
That's true too. And I didn't see any articles that like questioned the military stuff, like if that was actually what happened. And I didn't really see a lot of like what the cause of the airplane accident was, like why there was an accident. I don't know about that. I can't say anything about that, but I just thought it was interesting that this poor child's rock collection turned into like bones of this poor beloved man from 1951.
Well, I guess if my kid has bones in his rock collection, I will have to turn it in now because it could be some kind of mystery.
Yeah.
Hey, at least now you know where to go with it, right?
Yeah.
I guess, but like still, I just don't want it to happen. So
no, I don't want it. I don't want it to happen to you either. But like, we don't have kids, so I don't have nothing to go off of rock collections. But I just thought it was kind of a wild story.
So that means if it does happen, you do have to tell us about it now, though.
Yes, please.
I for sure will. I'll have to wrap my mind around the fact that it happened first, and then I'll let you guys know.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's all I've got for my little tale.
All right. Set the bar high. Jensen, are you ready to go next?
Sure. It's just interesting, okay? So I'm going to tell what happened, but then there's a conspiracy theory behind it.
Ooh, love it.
So recently, have you heard about the horses in London?
No.
Like I don't know.
Like recently.
I haven't heard anything about horses.
Well, I don't know, but this is really strange because on my For You page for Reels, it's been all these England horses, like in front that like protective horses in England that just keep.
Okay, well, that's weird. Oh, okay. That's not what it is. Okay. But that's weird. Okay.
I don't know why that happened.
So the article reads, 2 military horses bolted and ran miles through the streets of London after being spooked by construction noises, and tossing their riders were in serious condition Thursday after undergoing operations. Basically, 2 horses, a black one and a white one, ran away and obviously threw their riders off, and they were afraid of the construction noises that were happening. But basically they were preparing for some annual inspection thing at Hyde Park to demonstrate readiness for the summer pageantry. I don't know. But point is these 2 horses broke free, okay? And they were running the streets of London covered in blood. Yeah. So they had like lacerations. They had to go to I'm going to say horse hospital, but I can't say that word.
We're going with horse hospital because that has a great ring.
Yeah, wait, Zach, what is the word? He's my word person because I fuck up words.
I do too.
I would say horse hospital. All I'm thinking of is
well, whatever.
Rick
there is a
Morty.
word for it.
It's like equestrian, but it's not equestrian. Is it something like that?
Whatever.
Equine hospital.
Yes, that word. That's the word.
There we go.
There you go. Perfect.
Teamwork.
Zach, good job.
See, okay. But you can keep all that. So anyhow, they ended up, one of them is in really critical condition, but there's a picture and a video of these horses here. You know what? I'm going to send you the article because you guys just have to
see the horses. Aww.
Yeah.
And the article will be linked in our show notes too for anybody else who wants to see the horses.
They're covered in blood. One's in critical condition. The conspiracy theory behind it is people are predicting it's the end of time because there's horses running through the street covered in blood.
Oh.
And the day before, Big Ben stopped working.
Oh.
Is it supposed to be like the 4 horsemen sort of deal? Like this is 2 of them?
What are the omens for the end of the world?
I know what you're talking
Isn't
about.
one of them?
I know one is like the sound of trumpets, right? The 4 horsemen.
Something like that.
Been a while since I've been to through the book of Revelations. I've been out of my religious school for a long time.
But a lot of people were saying that, like, so this one says the horses. So the pair ran more than 5 miles from Buckingham Palace to Limehouse in East London and are said to be in very serious condition, but they're still alive, and 4 people were injured. It came just after 9 a.m. The iconic Big Ben stopped ticking and its hands froze in place, sparking theories that this was some kind of dark omen.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps.
Right? And then this girl, this person posted on, oh my God, I want to say Twitter, but it's X.
It should be Twitter.
It should be Twitter. It's always going to be. But Big Ben has stopped, and there are blood-covered horses running through the streets of London. Maybe someone should check on the ravens in the tower, because this feels a lot like a season finale. Someone else said, I'm not a superstitious person, but this is absolutely the sort of omen which ushers in 500 years of darkness, suffering, and strife.
I love that. They're not an expert, but
the clock stopping does freak me out. I don't know why.
As much as the royal family and all that England's been going through, maybe this is some sort of omen. They've had a rough go of it.
Yeah, they have.
Right. Okay, but I'm not going to lie, though. So behind every theory, I always have to go in deeper and, see, really what's going on. So, because my brain will just run and run. But I had to look up then, how often has been Big Ben stopped?
Oh,
and it stopped quite a bit, but
okay.
So but it's still, I still like the theory and how it is very creepy. Someone even said,
weird.
A black horse and a white horse covered in blood running through central London. That's not a funny occurrence. That's an omen, my guy.
That is really.
It's definitely strange.
Can you imagine? Just picture it. is horrifying.
I know, like, and as a bystander, not even knowing, like, these horses were out to, like, go do something else, and then they got spooked and ran away and obviously got hurt in the process, but, like...
Yeah, just without their riders covered in blood is just, like, really ominous to me. And then if you tie in the Big Ben stopping, that's really weird.
It is weird, right?
That's a good one.
Just unsettling to be like walking about like your business in London and you see two bloody horses running at you.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely
so
horrifying.
I know. Can you imagine? Like, no.
No, but I really want to know why my For You page is freaking England.
Yeah, London, we're going to have to figure out that mystery next.
So now, like, is it an omen? Like, I'm confused here.
I don't know, because, like, there's no it's like the, God, I'm going to butcher this. What are the guards? Like, just the guards that stand in front of, I don't know. But they just stand there, or they're on the horses.
The King's Guard.
Thank you, the King's Guard. I don't know why my For You page turned into that. It was like all day yesterday and today.
Yeah.
But it's strange because it's just videos of the King's Guard and then dumb tourists going up and trying to take pictures with the horses. But it's clearly there's a sign right next to it that says, "Don't touch the horses, they bite." And people getting bit by them and freaking out. Like, it's like, why did it bite me? And that's literally what my For You page has been. I have no idea why.
Okay, here's the litmus test. Jensen, we need to check our For You pages after we're done recording. If your and mine start to have English horses on it, it's a sign.
It's something.
It's gotta be.
Yikes. Oh my God. That's a good one. That is weird. Definitely weird.
A good one. All right. Well, I couldn't decide between two, and I was hoping I could pick one of the two in line with your guys' stories. But one of mine is about remains and one of mine is about animals. So...
Oh, well, are they short? What if you just told both of them?
Let's see how long they go. Okay. I'm going to read you both the article names. You tell me which one you want to hear, and we'll see about the second. Okay. We have Woman Takes Off from Texas Park with Armfuls of Stolen Geese.
That would be me.
Or we have Canadian Family Receives the Wrong Body After Cuban Vacation.
Oh, I think I need the body. I want both, but I don't know.
I think I need the body one first.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. We'll start with the body. I could probably make the geese one a 30-second deal.
Okay, good, because I want to hear that one too.
This one, Canadian family receives wrong body after father dies on Cuban vacation. And it's a little bit on the sad side, but also like a how the fuck.
Why am I already laughing then?
A family in Quebec is searching for answers after discovering that their father's remains didn't make it to Canada from Cuba, where he died while on vacation. Instead, they received the remains of another man. Funerals for Farage a la Jarjour were scheduled for Sunday and Monday, but instead his daughter has been desperately calling and emailing as many officials as she can, trying to find his body.
This is actually really sad, but it's just funny also.
It's terribly sad, but... Wait till we get into the body.
Okay.
So she was swimming with her 68-year-old father in the ocean during a family vacation on March 22nd when he suddenly had a heart attack and passed.
Oh.
Because there were no medical facilities, though, his body was left covered in the beach on a chair for more than 8 hours before a car arrived to take him to Havana.
Ew.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
After that, it's not clear what happened. So... the daughter follows the rules, the directions given to her by the Canadian consulate. She paid 10,000 Canadian dollars to have the body returned. However, the casket arrived late last week and contained the body of a Russian man who was at least 20 years younger than Jarjour's father and had a full head of hair, which her father did not, and was covered head to toe in tattoos.
Wait, so was somebody missing him then?
Yeah, so...
Yes. Yes, they were. So, the stranger's body has been sent back to his correct family in his country.
Oh my God.
But the Jarjours do not know where their father is.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's horrifying.
Yes.
Oh, no.
They've been emailing, they've been calling, they are still trying to find her father. But what she knows is that he was a man who didn't smoke or drink and was always healthy until one day he wasn't. And somehow they got the body of literally like a fully tattooed Russian man who was way younger.
Oh.
Can I say, I'm going to say something really messed up, but it popped in my mind. So before they got the whole body situation figured out of where this other guy went to, is it bad to say that they probably had a closed casket funeral? Like,
What's up, oddballs? If you know us, then you know by now that we absolutely love cryptids.
And we also have a serious problem when it comes to buying things, especially cute things, and now we found 16%nation.com.
Whether you're into the mysterious allure of the Loch Ness Monster or the legendary Sasquatch, 16% Nation has a plushie for every cryptid lover out there.
Named 16% Nation because only 16% of the population actually believes in Bigfoot, but they have tons of cool stuffed creatures such as the Sasquatch, the Mothman, the Fresno Nightcrawler, and so much more. Each one is crafted with an attention to detail and made from high-quality materials. So they're not just cute, they're conversation starters.
Absolutely. Picture this. You're lounging on the couch, and what's that peeking out? Oh, just your very own Fresno Nightcrawler. It's the perfect blend of mysterious and adorable.
And if stuffed animals aren't quite your thing, they have shirts, prints, jewelry, stickers, and so much more, so you also can show off your love for these bizarro creatures.
Everything they have is so adorable and right up our alley, and we wanted to make sure that we shared it with y'all cryptid loving listeners.
So head on over to 16%nation.com. That's 16%nation.com. Their website will also be linked down in our show notes and on our website.
And listen up, oddballs. Use the coupon code Oddity, ODDITY, at checkout and enjoy free shipping on orders over $60.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm thinking like they probably, if he was in the sun for 8 hours, that probably should be a closed funeral anyway.
I mean, yeah, but it was before that. Thinking you got the wrong body. Yeah.
But we still don't know where this poor old man is. I mean,
I know.
Dead, wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
that's ooh.
I guess the lesson to be learned here is try your best not to pass on vacation.
Don't die in Cuba.
Well, right. That's what I was saying. Maybe not. But well, I was thinking, but at least he did die like on vacation with his family. Like it's probably a good time.
True. Well, then now I'm wondering, like, obviously did the other guy die at the same time then? And they just shipped the bodies to the,
Well, I'm wondering, did we mess up multiple bodies? Because how did you just lose his, right? Because maybe he went somewhere.
There's like a whole chain reaction.
That's what I'm saying. Because if we don't know where he is, but he clearly got taken away.
Yeah.
Did he just go to somebody else's funeral? Oh my God. Hopefully it didn't go to somebody else's closed casket funeral and they had no idea that it was not their loved one. Can you fucking...
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, but honestly, probably.
Yeah. If they haven't found him by now still, that's likely.
Right. So they're going to have to dig them all up.
No.
Oh my God, Zach.
I think that's when you just decide to have a very nice memorial.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate his life and... You know what? He's still on vacation. It is.
I mean,
should I lighten it up real quick with some stolen geese?
Yeah, give me some geese because I can see me stealing geese.
All right. So the wild goose, or in this case, geese chase has ended. North Texas officials have found the 2 geese reportedly stolen from a park in Allen last weekend. The City of Allen Parks and Recreation Department posted on Facebook Monday 15th that the birds were located and returned. Last weekend, residents flagged police about an individual stealing geese at Bethany Lakes Park. On the Nextdoor app, one resident posted a picture of the individual, which is on the article. You have to click on it.
Oh, gosh.
And notice she witnessed the crime occur. The resident wrote in the post that she called the police to report an incident, and it's like probably a 16-year-old girl looking just tickled with herself, and she's got a goose in each hand.
Where did she just took him home?
She just took him home.
I mean, I would be doing this.
Recreation Department posted about the crime, saying that police were aware of the foul play. Good pun in there. And that police were taking steps to quack the case of the missing geese.
Oh my God. That's so funny. That's cute.
By Monday, the geese were located, and officials said the individual who took them cooperated fully with the police and will not face any criminal charges.
Oh my gosh.
Only because they're a domestic breed and not subject to the same federal protection as migratory birds. So apparently it's like a federal offense. Could be a federal offense to steal geese.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something I would have never known.
Did she just wanted them to be pets, I assume?
So I'm assuming she saw the same TikTok I did a long time ago, that I'm glad I read this article first, because somebody was walking in a park and was like, have you ever just realized that like ducks are just free? Like nothing's stopping you from going and grabbing a duck. And now I always threaten to just bring a duck home, but I won't do that now that I know you can be arrested for foul play.
That's funny because I sent you that duck video earlier.
That is very true. All
Oh
sorts
my
of
God.
coincidences today.
Yeah, weird. Wow, okay. Those were all some fun articles.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Should we take a little darker path now?
Yes. So now, because we gave you guys some fun little articles, we thought it would just be, kind of morbid and fun for us to give you some oddball obituaries. So we all kind of searched for some obituaries that we thought were funny or weird or strange, and we're going to share them with each other and to you guys now. So do we want to go in the same order that we told our stories?
Let's keep that same rotation.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me get a drink first. So this is the obituary for James William Jim Adams. Okay.
It's a lot of first names.
Yeah.
It is. Isn't that strange? Okay. So a celebration of life for James William Jim Adams, 53, will be held at a later date. He died Tuesday, September 9th, 2008 at Memorial Hospital of Converse County in Douglas. Jim, who had tired of reading obituaries, nothing others' courageous battles with this or that disease, wanted it known that he lost his battle. He was primarily as a result of being stubborn and not following doctors' orders, or maybe for just living life a little too hard for better than 5 decades. Okay, so then it goes on like when he was born, but I think it's funny. So he was sadly deprived of his final wish, which was to be ran over by a beer truck on the way to the liquor store to buy booze for a date. True to his personal style, he spent his final hours joking with medical personnel, cussing and begging for narcotics, and begging with God to look over his loving dog, Biscuit, and his family. But Biscuit first. He would like to thank all...
I love this man's priorities.
I know.
This is great.
He would love to thank all his ladies for putting up with him for the last 30 years. During his life, he excelled at anything he put his mind to. He loved to hear and tell jokes and spin tales of grand adventures he may or may not have had. He is survived by his 5 sons. I'm not even going to read all this stuff. There's a million ex-wives, grandchildren. Then it just says... In lieu of flowers, he asks that you make a sizable purchase of your favorite watering hole, get rip-roaring drunk, and tell the stories he no longer can. And that's it.
Okay, it sounds like a great time.
I know. I just love that he didn't die from his wish of being ran over by a beer truck on the way to the liquor store.
I mean, he had it planned out, and I feel for him for it not turning out the way he wanted.
I love it. It's so funny. Oh, God. I thought that was
I love when
one.
people can pull humor into their own obituary, because it's like, it's kind of that's the last thing your family's really reading. So to leave it on a lighter note, I love that.
Yeah, he sounded like he was a character. So.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Jensen, what you got?
All right. It's a little longer. But this woman's name is Margaret Marilyn DeAdder.
Very regal.
Right? So, Margaret Marilyn DeAdder, professional clipper of coupons, baker of cookies, terror behind the wheel, champion of the underdog, ruthless card player, and self-described queen bitch.
I love her.
Died on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. Marilyn, the oldest of 4 siblings, was blah, blah, blah. She grew up in the modest home, which still stands at the top of yada, yada, yada. We can skip that. Marilyn loved all children who weren't her own and loved her own children relative to how clean-shaven they were. She excelled at giving the finger, taking no shit, and laughing at jokes, preferably in the shade of blue. She did not excel at suffering fools, hiding her disdain, and putting her car in reverse. A voracious reader, she loved true crime, romance novels, and the odd political book. Trained as a hairdresser before she was married, she was always doing somebody's hair in her kitchen. So much so, her kitchen smelled of baking and perm solution. Marilyn had a busy life, But no matter what she was doing, she always made time to run her kids' lives as well. Her lifelong hobbies included painting, quilting, baking, gardening, hiking, and arson.
I love this woman.
Marilyn loved tea and toast. The one thing she loved more than tea and toast was reheated tea and toast.
At least it wasn't burning buildings down. Oh.
She reheated tea by simply turning on the burner, often forgetting about it.
Oh no.
She burned many a teapot and caused smoke damage countless times.
Oh my God.
Leaving her kids with the impression that fanning the smoke alarm was a step in brewing tea.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
That's cute.
Marilyn liked to volunteer and give back to the community. She was a lifelong volunteer at the Capitol Theater in downtown Moncton, which her son suspected was her way of seeing all the shows for free.
That's hilarious.
For all of Marilyn's success in life, her crowning achievement occurred in the mid to late 80s when, left with mounting debt, no job, no car, and no driver's license, she turned it all around to the point in the early 90s that she had paid down her house and put her 3 boys through university. Marilyn is survived by 3 ungrateful sons. Michael, Paul, and David, whose names she never got completely right, and whose jokes she didn't completely understand.
Oh my God.
She loved them very much, even though at least one of them would ruin Christmas every year by coming home with facial hair. And she never forgot that one disastrous Christmas in which all 3 sons showed up with beards.
No, just put her right over the edge.
Who wrote this for her?
I know, and I told you it was a little long. There's still more to go.
It's so funny. Awful, kind of.
Everything she did for her sons. Marilyn is survived by 3 granddaughters. While her sons committed unspeakable crimes against humanity, her granddaughters could do no wrong.
Oh my
While her sons grew up on root vegetables and powdered milk, funneled directly into the bag to hide the fact that it was powdered, fooling nobody.
Ew.
Her granddaughters were fed mountains of sugary snacks as far as the eye could see, including her world-famous cookies and cinnamon rolls.
She just wanted daughters.
I know, right?
She didn't want them boys.
She did not. She did not.
Oh my God.
Marilyn is survived by her sisters and her brother Lloyd, who still owes her $600. Marilyn is also survived by an incredible number of close friends who cannot be named for fear of missing somebody.
This is so funny. Who wrote this for her?
I know. It's so long.
So
okay.
petty.
It's petty and it's funny and it's loving, like, all at the same time.
I know. I love it.
I don't understand. Okay, this is the end of it though. Marilyn, ever the penny pincher, decided to leave this world on the day Montco went into red alert. Her sons believed, to avoid paying for a funeral. But on the other hand, she always said that she didn't want a funeral. She wanted an Irish wake. She didn't want everybody moping around. She wanted a party. In lieu of flowers, the family asked that you do something nice for somebody else unexpectedly and without explanation. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So.
I love that.
That is.
Marilyn sounds like she was probably a good time in life, although she would hate me for my facial hair.
I was going to say, you'd have to shave that off.
Yeah.
You know what? For Marilyn, I would.
What was it? What was the line? She was a master or something at receiving the middle finger. That is hilarious.
She excelled at giving the finger.
Excelled at giving it. Never mind giving it.
Amazing.
So I think she'd get along well with your dude for sure.
No, she wanted girls.
Probably be one of his ex-wives.
Yeah. He had enough of them. I think it was 3.
There you go. I don't know, Jensen. I think your Marilyn might be friends with my my lady here.
Okay, let's hear it.
We got Emily DeBreda Phillips. Remember on the last one we were asking who wrote it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Emily has written her own.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like it.
Starts off with, "It pains me to admit it, but apparently I have passed away. Everybody told me it would happen one day. But that's simply not something I wanted to hear, much less experience.
Oh my God.
Once again, I didn't get things my way, and that's been the story of my life all my life.
Oh my God.
This is also over 1,000 words, so we're gonna cut some things out because it starts then with, while on the subject of the story of my life, on February 9th, 1946, my parents and older sister celebrated my birth, and I was introduced to all as Emily DeBreda Fisher, the daughter of Clyde and Mary Fisher from Hazelwood. I can't believe that happened in the first half of the last century, but there are records on file in the courthouse which can corroborate my claim.
Oh my God.
Just 2 years later, when another baby girl was born, and I became the middle sister of the infamous 3 Fisher girls, and the world was changed forever. We can skip some of the childhood here. It is her whole life story.
I mean, if she's writing it, go for it.
Yeah.
Then we got memories. Where do I begin? Well, I remember my mother wearing an apron. I remember Daddy calling square dances. I remember my sister pushing me off my tricycle on a cinder driveway. I remember my youngest sister walking out of the house, and I remember Grandma Nowney, who sewed exquisite dresses for me when I was little.
Oh.
We go into then quite a bit more. I remember representing Waynesville in the Miss North Carolina pageant, and yes, I twirled my baton to the tune of Dixie. It could have been no other way. I married the man of my dreams, tall, dark, and handsome, on December 16th, 1967.
Get it, girl.
And from that day, I was proud to be Mrs. Charlie Phillips, grand diva of all things domestic.
Oh my God.
I just love her. This also might be a good time for me to mend some fences. We skip through a little bit more. I apologize for making Sweet Bonnie wear no-frills jeans when she was little, and for red shirting Scott in kindergarten. Apparently each of these things was humiliating to them, but both were able to rise above their shame and become successful adults. I'd also like to apologize for Marianne for tearing up her paper dolls, and Betsy for dating a guy I had a crush on.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh. This is great.
Then we go into having grandchildren and all the fun that comes along with that. All right, so getting out of the grandchildren section of her obituary
This
novel.
is long.
Speaking of titles, I've held a few titles in my name. I've been a devoted daughter, an energetic teenager, a WCU graduate, a loving wife, a comforting mother, a dedicated teacher, a true and loyal friend, and a spoiling grandmother. If you don't believe it, just ask me. Oh, wait, I'm afraid it's too late for questions. Sorry. So I was born, I blinked, it was over. No buildings named after me, no monuments erected in my honor. But I did have the chance to know and love each and every friend as well as all my family members. How much more blessed can a person be? So in the end, remember, do your best, follow your arrow, and make something amazing out of your life. Oh, and never stop smiling. If you want to, you can look for me in the evening sunset, or with the earliest spring daffodils, or amongst the flitting and fluttering butterflies. You know I'll be there in one form or another. Of course, that will probably be comfort for some while antagonizing to others, but you know me, that's how I do. I'll leave you with this. Please don't cry because I'm gone. Instead, be happy that I was here. Or maybe you can cry a little bit. After all, I did pass away.
Oh my God.
Today, I am happy. I am dancing, probably naked. Love you forever, Emily.
That is so cute.
It's just like
I love that.
it's so like it was so much like Jensen's, like a little bit of petty, a little bit of like you know, saltiness, a little sweetness. Yeah.
But I like that she wrote her own. That's cute.
For sure.
When I saw this was in first person, I didn't even get through the first paragraph. I'm like, this is mine.
That's
this
so
is,
cute.
This is the one I'm picking.
Oh, I love that.
Absolutely. I know. The obituaries were way more fun than I thought. It would take me a lot longer to find one that would fit, but it was more of like nailing down the list of 10 I had. And then I came across Emily.
There was so many like just weird ones, odd ones. You're like, what the hell am I even reading?
For real. I went through so many and I'm like, wait.
Yeah. So I recommend everybody look up obituaries, strange obituaries. They're very entertaining and you'll fall down a rabbit hole of that for sure.
You really will.
And if nothing else, you know, you're just doing research for yourself one day in case you too want to write your own. Well, now I'm thinking
that we should write our own. And just like have it ready. I don't know. Or Zach, you can write mine. I'll write yours.
You know I'm such a control freak. I will write both of them.
Actually, I would prefer you write both of them because I don't want to do it.
I'll have to write my own, I guess.
You know what, Jensen? I got you too, girl.
Okay.
I'll send you a draft. You can edit it.
Perfect.
Zach will just do them all. Hey, write in if you want Zach. Yeah, if you want Zach to write your obituary, let him know. He'll do it.
I've got a whole side business started now, guys. Hit me up. I've never written one, but I can figure it out.
Oddball Obituaries. We got it. Just, maybe give us a few facts about yourself. Just a few things. You can spin it.
For real.
Chat GPT.
I was just going to say, people are just going to have like AI do their shit anyway. Oh my God. All right. Well, that was awesome.
Well, Jensen, this was so fun.
Yeah.
For anybody who wants to listen, like she said, she does really awesome paranormal stories, way shorter than ours. So if you guys don't have the time for a long one, you just need that quick fix of the creepiness, check out her show.
Perfect.
It's an odd world after all. It is. It's perfect. And like, you have I feel like for the freaky things, such a calming voice when you do it. Like, it's almost meditative.
You know what's really funny? I'm so glad you said that because I meant to say that earlier. Is every time I listen to you, sometimes I like zone out just in your voice, and then I have to like go back and be like, "But what did she say?" Because your voice is just so soothing and like I love it.
Maybe I need to start like a meditation podcast next. I don't know. Like
maybe you should.
I would be your first subscriber for sure.
Oh my God.
So yeah, be sure to check her out. Thank you again for coming here.
Thank you for having me on. This was a lot of fun. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, I would say we'll do it again. So yes.
Yeah, if you guys like this, let us know because you might not always respond to Karen I's request, but for Jensen, she needs to know if you like this. And if you did, we got more articles. We got more obits. Yes. We can do it.
So
again.
Yeah, absolutely. We could just do a bunch of obituaries. I liked that.
That was pretty fun.
But we love and appreciate each one of you. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. And like we just said, give Jensen some love. Oh, also, you know what I wanted to say? I'm so mad at you that your name is Jensen because I love that name so much. Do you watch Supernatural or did you watch Supernatural?
Yes.
Okay. I'm obsessed with Jensen Ackles. Love him so much. And I'm just like, damn, you have a great name. But anyway, show Jensen some love. That was a side note. Show Jensen some love. Follow her, tell her that she did great because she did, but also listen to her, subscribe to us, do all the things that we always ask. We love you. We appreciate you. But most of all, creep it real, oddballs.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Give us a goodbye, Jensen.
Oh, bye.
Perfect.